Welcome back to UAS News Network. I'm your host bringing you the latest updates on the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Today, we have significant developments to discuss regarding the escalating tensions between Russia and Ukraine. Stay tuned as we dive into the details. Russia's counterstrike and Ukraine's offensive operations, host. In a recent statement, military analyst Michael Clark shed light on Russia's preparations for a counterstrike against Ukraine, coinciding with Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive operations. According to Clark, Russia has been amassing a substantial number of troops around Kreminna in the north. Michael Clark, the Russians are building up a lot of troops around Kreminna in the north. While the Ukrainians are preparing this sort of arc of possible offensive, the Russians are trying to get north of them in Kharkiv. Tens of thousands of troops are building up, so Russia has its own counterblow ready to go. Air superiority and minefields, host. Clark further highlighted the significance of air superiority in this conflict. Ukraine's inability to achieve air superiority has provided Russia with an advantage, enabling them to carry out airstrikes on military convoys and immobilized personnel in heavily mined regions. Michael Clark, if you are unable to rapidly traverse these minefields, you turn into a sitting duck. Ukrainians must first dismantle those mines before resuming progress. Ukraine's defense and strategic approach, host. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky emphasized the importance of bolstering the country's air defenses in the face of Russian attacks. President Zelensky acknowledged the need for high-quality air defense systems to protect the entire territory of Ukraine and effectively neutralize enemy targets. Volodymyr Zelensky, unfortunately, our state does not yet have enough high-quality air defense systems to protect our entire territory and shoot down all enemy targets. The enemy is taking advantage of this. Host. Ukraine's strategic approach focuses on penetrating the center of the Russian lines, which Clark identifies as the most challenging endeavor. To divert Russian forces from this area, Ukraine might consider initiating another operation further west. Michael Clark, Ukraine's strategic approach appears to concentrate on penetrating the Russian line center, a move that is the most challenging endeavor. They might attempt to divert Russian forces from this area by initiating another operation further west. Summary and conclusion, host. As tensions escalate, Ukraine is pushing forward with its counteroffensive operations, while Russia prepares its own counterstrike. The struggle for air superiority and the presence of heavily mined regions add complexity to the situation. Both sides are carefully strategizing their moves to gain an advantage in this ongoing conflict. Host. That's all for today's update on the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Stay tuned to UAS News Network for the latest developments.